ओके बंटी जी। तो शुरू किया जाए सर कि और वेट किया जाए कुछ लोगों के जुड़ने का।
अभी हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन आए नहीं है ना।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, हाँ हाँ, दिस नायके सर अभी दिख नहीं रहे हैं।
हाँ, यस। और रिसोर्स पर्सन इज नॉट ज्वाइन नाउ। We can wait for 2 minutes, to 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Bante ji,
Yes, sir. Hello. Can you hear me?
yes, Bante ji.
I
Or
think he
resource
is
person
trying.
not joined.
Yeah. Yes. Wait. Wait. I am
हाँ,
trying to call him. I think he's trying.
okay, 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 Bante ji.
Sir, join in very. I call him. He is trying to log. I think it's some problem. I also could not log in my mobile after that problem. Then I log with my laptop. He will try. He said, "Please be wait."
Yes, yes, we are waiting, Bante ji. Don't worry.
Bante ji,
Yes.
please tell Dr. Disnaike to log in by his email ID to Zoom, and then he will log in.
මේ ඊමේල් ඇඩ්‍රස් එක ගහලා ලොග් වුණා නම් හරි ඒක ඊමේල් එක ඉල්ලනවා නේද සර්? ඒක තමයි බලන්න හොඳේ. ඊමේල් එක ගහලා හරි. Okay, I inform him. He will try.
Yes, Bante ji. First of all, he has to log in using his email ID. Then,
Okay, I will send.
मुकेश जी,
हाँ सर,
भंते जी का ही ले लेते हैं तब तक, नहीं तो है ना, वो जुड़ते रहेंगे।
अच्छा,
हाँ, भंते जी को बता के कि आप ही संबोधित कर दीजिए थोड़ा,
जी जी,
है ना। हाँ,
ठीक है सर, ओके। Sorry for the interruption. Actually, there was a technical issue. There is a concept of Mara in Buddhism actually. मार का एक कॉन्सेप्ट है बुद्धिज्म में। तो ये बुद्ध वचन के लिए के प्रचार प्रसार के लिए जब भी लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं, कार्य करते हैं, तो ऐसी छोटी मोटी इशू आते हैं। शायद टेक्निकल इशू आ गया था, कुछ हैकिंग का प्रॉब्लम हो गया था आईडी के साथ। तो अभी हम वापस से जुड़ चुके हैं। तो अभी हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन जो डॉक्टर RM जी वसंता दिसनायके जी हैं, उनकी आईडी में थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम आ रही है। शायद यहाँ पे कुछ सेटिंग किया गया है सिक्योरिटी का कि ईमेल आईडी यूज करके वो लॉगिन करेंगे तब होगा, ऑथेंटिकेट किया गया है। तो ईमेल आईडी यूज करके वो लॉगिन कर रहे हैं डॉक्टर साहब, वो जुड़ जाएंगे हमारे साथ। तब तक मूर्तवेला विजित श्री भंते जी हैं हमारे बीच हमें गाइड करने के लिए। जैसा कि हम सभी जानते हैं कि भारत और श्रीलंका का जो सांस्कृतिक जो कल्चर रिलेशन है काफ़ी पुराना है, बहुत अति प्राचीन है। भंते महिंद और संगमित्रा जो सम्राट अशोक की दो यशस्वी संतानें थी, उनके थ्रू 3rd सेंचुरी BC में भारतवर्ष से जम्बू द्वीप से यहाँ से बुद्ध वचन श्रीलंका को गया था। और फिर वहाँ की जो वहाँ के जो ट्रेडिशन है, महाविहार अनुराधपुर का और जेतवन का अभयगिरी विहार, इन विहारों के थ्रू इन विहारों ने बुद्ध वचन को संभाल के सहेज के रखा। हालांकि आगे चल के जब वहाँ पर भी ब्रिटिशर्स आए तो कुछ चीज़ें वहाँ पर भी बदली। प्रोटेस्टेंट बुद्धिज्म का एक कॉन्सेप्ट आया, जो ट्रेडिशन बुद्धिस्ट लोग थे उनके खिलाफ उन्होंने काम भी किया कि मूल बुद्ध वचन को वहाँ पर भी बचाया जा सके। इसी दरमियान जो है वहाँ जो हमारे यहाँ वहाँ से बुद्धिज्म आया था आचार्य बुद्ध घोष के थ्रू, फिर वहाँ से अनगारिक धम्मपाल और ऐसे कई विद्वान लोग वहाँ से चले और हमारे यहाँ भी उन्होंने बुद्धिज्म को रिवाइव किया और उसी के जरिए श्रीलंका की भी बौद्ध परंपरा सुदृढ़ हुई, समृद्ध हुई। तो इसी कड़ी में हमने जो है एक प्रयास किया है भदंताचार्य बुद्ध दत्त पाली संवर्धन प्रतिष्ठान ने कि जो ये परंपराएं अति प्राचीन काल से चली आ रही है उसको और थोड़ा सा मजबूत किया जाए और थोड़ा इस क्षेत्र में अच्छा काम किया जाए। तो ये जो पिछला वर्कशॉप था ट्रांसलिट्रेशन का, उसी को ध्यान में रख करके उसी उद्देश्य से आयोजित किया गया था। और ये जो 2 दिवसीय मैन्युस्क्रिप्टोलॉजी पे जो ये कार्यशाला का आयोजन किया जा रहा है, ये भी उसी उद्देश्य से किया जा रहा है। इसमें हमारे साथ जो रिसोर्स पर्सन है यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कलानिया से ये डॉक्टर RM जी वसंता दिसनायके जी हैं और साथ में मुर्थुवेला विजित श्री भंते जी भी हैं हमारे साथ गाइड करने के लिए। तो जब तक हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन जुड़ते हैं तब तक मुर्थुवेला विजित भंते जी से रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि भंते जी आएँ और अपनी कुछ बातें कहें मैन्युस्क्रिप्टोलॉजी को लेकर के। प्लीज भंते जी, आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट यू to deliver welcome note and your opening remarks. Bhante ji, Murthuvela Vijit Sri Bhante ji.
Namo Buddhaya. Good evening, everybody. First of all, sorry for technical issue. I think the resource person will log into the meeting. Until that, I would like to welcome all of you, especially even he is not with us yet. Senior Professor Vasant Disanayaka, the expert in Sinhala manuscript reading. He is the resource person for today. Actually, we started Sinhala transliteration workshop 1st of February, and we conducted it for 20 days. I think many of you studied to transliterate Sinhala alphabet to Devanagari letters. The another step was taken to develop your knowledge and research in this area. This is this program. We hope to transliterate many manuscripts written in palm leaves in Sri Lankan, which are located in traditional temple libraries and other scan copies. So I think this workshop will help to read you and understand the tradition in Sri Lanka, manuscript writing tradition, and how to read them, because there are many special features to read them. For example, when we when we write in the modern books, we separate words, but as I know, in Sinhala manuscript, we never find any separation, word by word separation. They all are writing all together. Then we have to has ability, have to have the ability of separating word by word like that, and we can't find any full stop. There is a special mark and even page numbers also. So we have to another extraordinary talent to practice to read this manuscript. Actually, there are thousands of manuscripts which were not transliterate or even not printed, only remain in manuscript. So if we can do transliteration in this book, we can open a vast area of knowledge regarding Pali, grammar, even Buddhist philosophy, Abhidharma, like this. So I think after that, this program, we can start. I hope to divide, takes one book or few book and hope to give as a project to you work on it and do transliterate, and we will publish it as a foundation. We can publish and we can do so many researches on this regard. So after that, even we completed this workshop, I think I will guide you to do this program. When we think about palm leaves or manuscript, we can understand the ancient knowledge system, because these days also I am reading few manuscript. Then we can see even modern day we have so many facilities, but at that time they, even Buddhist monk, they had no many facilities, but they have done their works very well. We have now modern days we have technology. If we want to search something, for example, if we want to find any books written in Myanmar, Thailand, even Cambodia, India, like that, we can log into internet and we can search like that. But sometimes at that time they have to travel for many days to find one book. Even they have done so much contribution than us. So we have to keep in our mind what we have much facilities, we have big opportunities to do like this research, even this pandemic situation. Because as Buddhist community, the purpose of doing this all this to continuous Buddhism for many years. So it is not depend on only monks. You, as always I mention, it is the responsible of all of you, bhikkhu bhikkhuni, upasak upasika. So as a community, without any distinction by nation or country or any monk or lay person, we can work together and we can contribute to transmigrate or transfer this knowledge and this valuable philosophy, this Dhamma, to our next generation. Because even today we see there is no any another Dhamma or philosophy equal to Buddhism, because it talks about the reality of the our life. So we have to work so much. So I think this is good opportunity, all of us from Sri Lanka as well as India, and you hope to continue this program with Thailand and Burma. If we study these days, even, and I personally I hope to study these days Tibetan language, because my research area is Mahayana Buddhism and Vedanta philosophy. So I hope to study these days Tibetan language. Like that, we can continue our this knowledge tradition. So I welcome all of you, and I warmly welcome to this academic field and this program. Not for only 2 days, we have to continue this continuously. At least my purpose, I would like to uh, ask, or I would like to inform the organizing committee to organize such a meeting or discussion at least 1 day per week or per month. Then we can talk about our progress, and we can talk about some new ideas like that. So I think we can do so much thing in future. This program will help to do that as a very beginning part. So thank you so much for inviting me and for us. I think we will try to get our professor, then we will can start this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Banteji. तो शायद अभी भी थोड़ी टेक्निकल इशू कुछ आ रही है रिसोर्स पर्सन को जुड़ने में, तो थोड़ा वेट कर लेते हैं।
हाँ, तब तक हम थोड़ा दो कुछ बातें हम भी रखना चाहते हैं मुकेश जी, है ना?
जी 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 सर, बिल्कुल।
हाँ। नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा संबुद्धस्स। नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा संबुद्धस्स। नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा संबुद्धस्स। बड़ी ही प्रसन्नता के साथ आप लोगों से पुनः जुड़ने का अवसर मिला और आप सबका स्वागत करते हैं इस कार्यक्रम में। आज कार्यक्रम के शुरू होते ही कुछ ऐसी तकनीकी समस्या आ गई जिसके कारण आज का कार्यक्रम ठीक तरह से नहीं हो पाया, सुचारू रूप से नहीं चल पाया है और हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन भी अभी तक नहीं जुड़ पाए हैं। लेकिन ये कोई विषय बहुत समस्या का विषय नहीं है, वे जुड़ेंगे कल परसों जब भी हम इस तरह के कार्यक्रम को इसको कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं। लेकिन देखिए, इस तरह की जो समस्याएं हैं कि कोई काम करते समय किन किन प्रकार किस किस प्रकार की बाधा आ सकती है, यह एक दृष्टांत के रूप में है हमारे सामने कि हम कोई भी पॉजिटिव काम करने जाते हैं तो इस तरह की समस्याएं हमारे समक्ष आती है। खैर, हम सभी इस बात के साक्षी रहे हैं कि पिछली फरवरी 1 तारीख से लेकर 20 तारीख तक एक वर्कशॉप का आयोजन किया गया था, सिहल नागरी लिप्यंतरण का अध्ययनशाला, और इसमें बहुत सारे लोगों ने उसका लाभ लिया और अच्छी तरह से सीखे भी। अब हमारे सामने ये समस्या है और हमने पहले भी कहा था कि हमें इस फील्ड में बहुत काम करना है। सिहल लिपि को सीखकर केवल चुपचाप बैठना नहीं है, बल्कि बहुत सारे जो है फील्ड में हमको काम करना। एक तो काम महत्वपूर्ण है जो कि जो सिहल लिपि में ग्रंथ मुद्रित हो चुके हैं, छप चुके हैं, उन ग्रंथों को हम डायरेक्ट, जो पाली के ग्रंथ है, उनको सीधे हम ट्रांसलिटरेट करके देवनागरी में अवेल कर सकते हैं और फिर उनका यहाँ पर प्रकाशन किया जा सकता है। तो ये बहुत बड़ी सेवा होगी धम्म की कि हम श्रीलंका में सिहल लिपि में प्रकाशित ग्रंथों को देवनागरी, जिसको कहा जाता है नागरी स्क्रिप्ट में हम उसको प्राप्त कर सके, मुद्रित कर सके। तो इससे क्या होगा कि यूनिवर्सिटीज में और इंस्टीट्यूशंस में अध्ययन यानी स्टडी और रिसर्च का क्षेत्र खुलेगा, नए नए क्षेत्र खुलेंगे। दूसरी बात है कि इसके माध्यम से रोजगार की संभावनाएं विकसित होगी। यदि सिहल लिपि को सीखते हैं तो रोजगार के क्षेत्र में भी प्रगति होगी। तीसरी बात है कि जो वहां पर बहुत बड़ी संख्या में मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट है, यानी पांडुलिपियां है। पुराने जमाने में कोई ग्रंथ जब लिखा जाता था तो उसको ताड़पत्रों पर लिखा जाता था। वे ताड़पत्रों पे लिखी हुई जो पुस्तकें हैं वो आज भी हम लोगों को बहुत बड़ी संख्या में अवेलेबल होती है। बहुत सारे जो पुस्तकें हैं उनको या तो फेंक दिया जाता है या नष्ट कर दिया जाता है या घरों में ही लाल कपड़े में बांध के रख दिया जाता है, अथवा फिर संग्रहालयों में इनको इकट्ठा कर लिया जाता है, संग्रहित कर लिया जाता है। तो ऐसे बहुत सारे मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट श्रीलंका में वहां की लाइब्रेरीज में संग्रहित है, जिसमें जो कि सिहल लिपि में और पाली भाषा में लिखे हुए हैं। बहुत ही उपयोगी ग्रंथ है क्योंकि इन ग्रंथों में व्याकरण के बारे में, साहित्य के बारे में, काव्यों के बारे में, काव्य शास्त्रों के बारे में, छंदों के बारे में, अलंकारों के बारे में सामग्री प्राप्त होती है। तो यही आज जो है एक मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट के ऊपर, हमारी पांडुलिपि के ऊपर यह कार्यशाला, हाँ यही है सर। तो हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन जुड़ चुके हैं, डॉक्टर RM जी वसंत दिशानायके जी। हम इनका स्वागत करते हैं और आप सभी से यही अनुरोध करते हैं कि इस फील्ड में हमें बहुत कुछ करना है और बहुत कुछ सीखना है और इस परंपरा को आगे लेके जाना है। जितने लोगों ने अब तक सिहल स्क्रिप्ट को सीखा है उन सबसे निवेदन है कि वे निरंतर अभ्यास करते रहे और ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को सिखाने का प्रयास करें, क्योंकि आप देख रहे हैं ना किस तरह से बाधाएं उत्पन्न की जाती है। इस जो आज का हम कार्यक्रम कर रहे हैं इसी से तो किसी को नुकसान नहीं, कोई समस्या नहीं है, लेकिन इस तरह से बाधाएं उत्पन्न की जाती है। तो आप स्वयं जो है अपनी जिम्मेदारी समझते हुए दूसरों तक इस ज्ञान की परंपरा को आगे बढ़ाना है, सीखना है, सिखाना है। तो मैं आज अपनी बात को यहीं पर विराम देता हूँ और आपसे यही निवेदन करता हूँ कि इस परंपरा को हमको सबको साथ मिलकर आगे बढ़ाना है। नमो बुद्धाय।
Thank you, sir. Our resource person had joined now, so I would like to invite him. Sir, you are welcome and guide us, sir. Dr. R.M.G. Vasanta Disnaika ji, please welcome and present your lecture, sir. Are you listening, sir? अंकित उनको co-host कीजिए.
Can you unmute him, sir? Until he's open his mic, I would like
Bhante ji,
to
yes,
introduce.
yes.
Yes, sir. Can
Yes, now he can
introduce?
unmute. Yes.
Bhante ji
Okay.
is co-host now.
Okay.
He can unmute
Okay.
himself.
Okay. Actually, our resource person, senior lecturer Vasanta Disanaik, was he completed his BA degree from the University of Peradeniya, and his MPhil Master of Philosophy degree also taken from University of Peradeniya. Now he is doing his research on reading for his PhD degree. Actually, he has vast experience regarding this manuscript reading, because he has worked 2 years in Thailand at the Dhammakaya temple, most famous temple, reading this manuscript and transliterating them. So actually, he is the best person to give this lecture today. So I invite him. He is senior lecturer working as at the Department of History, Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Kelaniya. So I welcome him again and invite him to present his presentation. Thank you. So ඇහෙනව නේද? Asant sir. සර්ට පුළුවන් අන්මියුට් කරගන්නද?
හරි මං ඇහෙනව නේද?
ඇහෙනවා සර්.
හරි හරි. Good evening everybody. Thank you Venerable. I am going to manuscripts in Sri Lanka. My lesson plan is history of the writing MS in Sri Lanka. What kind of MS manuscripts in Sri Lanka available in Sri Lanka? In which place this manuscript is available? How to create manuscripts and how to record manuscripts data. Is my lesson plan. Okay, about scratching the canon, the craft of writing Lekha Sippa had a significant place during the lifetime the Buddha. Udana furnishes an account. You can see my lesson plan and my the commentary part, the Venerable Dhammapala explains Lekha Sippang as Nana Karehi Akara Likana Sippang Likana Nava. The craft of inscribing Lekha Sippang, the craft of inscribing syllables in diverse modes or alternately science of writing. Okay. First account in the 30th chapter of Mahavansa. Hanin Diswana Sattanam Sada Bhikkhus Hu Samagata Kirattatam Dhammasa Pottakesu Likapayum. That having gathered of Sangha, having seen the disaster of people Dhamma was written in or lives for its survival. That is history. That history is mentioned Mahavansa is in Sri Lanka ancient sources. There was how to write the of sixth chapter of Saddhamma Sangha. You can see Protides Mahavansa account. This chapter entitled as Pottakesu Pittakatya Likita Vannana Tasmadani Mukha Patato Buddha Vachanam Sabbhan Sata Katanam Chapalinancha Pottakesu Likapetabham Bhaveyati. Seventh chapter of Buddha Gosopatti says the process of Buddha Ghosa on writing or a live manuscript of Sri Lanka. Buddha Ghosa Divasa Divase Buddha Sasana Likhi Tatopatthaya Sopi Mahindateran Likapitani Gantani Rasin Karapetva Mahachetyasa Samipe Parisuddhattane Jhapesi Sihala Basaya Kira Mahinda Terena Likapitani Sabagantani Rasikatani Ubbedena Satta Majjima Hati Pitti Pamanani Hontiti Ubbacharya Vadantiti Amme Hisutam. The Venerable Buddha Ghosa said that he heard Mahinda Thera bring to Tripitaka Pali and they written by Attakatha and Canon. After writing all Pali commentaries, Venerable Buddha Ghosa offered to Mahathera. You can see the picture painted in Kalani Rajamahavihara. Okay. 7 manuscripts in Sri Lanka. When first writing was in Sri Lanka, mentioned by Mahavansa, Sambuddha Parinibbana Chatuvasa Satesucha Tettinse Atikkantesu Rajahu Vattagamini. The manuscripts written by 1st century BC, after died the Lord Buddha, 4th century 33rd years ago. They are the mentioned in Mahavansa. The oldest manuscript is available in Sri Lanka. Chullawagga Pali, part of the Vinaya Pitaka National Museum. Chulavagapali palm leaf manuscripts is written in Sinhala characters of the 13th century as uttered in the Kolopon. The manuscript was copied by Medankara Thera of Bedigala under the patronage of Parakram Bahu II. The manuscript is believed to be the oldest extant in Sri Lanka and is of great historical interest. It consists of 143 palm leaves and is in good preservation. Variant of manuscripts in Sri Lanka can be divided into two categories, what are Tripitaka text and other textual completions. Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, Tripitaka text, Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka, Jataka, commentaries, Sutta Pitaka commentaries, sub-commentaries, Vinaya Pitaka commentaries, sub-commentaries, Abhidhamma Pitaka commentaries, sub-commentaries, individual Sutta text. Other textual completion, you can see grammar and textual, medicinal, medical, astrological, and protective, historical, and letters. I'm going to about we can find most many past manuscript in Sri Lanka, Burma, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, and Laos. We can see there are many palm leaves manuscripts in Ham scripts. Most of Kham manuscripts are found Rajamahaviharas, great royal monasteries, especially in around Kandy. MSS manuscripts in Mongolia or Siamese scripts. Most of Siamese MS are found in Siam tradition temple. You can see manuscripts in Buruma scripts. Most of Buruma's manuscripts are found in Amarapura chapter temples, which are the Burma's tradition temples. Manuscripts in Lanna, Siam scripts, some of Mon Siama MSS are found in Siama chapter temples. Okay. Some place of manuscripts available and Dalada Maligav in Kandy. There are most library and National Museum in Colombo and Hangurankata Raja Mahavihara in Valley district. Main library University of Peradeniya, Bingri Raja Mahavihara, Pattarama Raja Mahavihara, and Galengwal Pirimatalawa Raja Mahavihara and others. Samudragiri Vihara Mirisa, Hittati Raja Mahavihara Matara, Siddhi Vihara Kurnagal. You can see there are the biggest manuscripts in Sri Lanka. Jatakapota Sri Dalada Maligawa in Dalada Maliga in library. Khuddaka Nikaya Buddhamutta Nikarati. Okay. You are in, I think important to you, how to make by, prepare by, make by, write by, listening and read the palm leaf, how to create the manuscripts. It's first one. It's the custom to venerate to the palm tree before cutting its leaf bud. Okay. Second one. This bud should be spotless, fatless, and pure. The leaf bud is damaged. In this process, the finished page will show bare misses. Third one. In the preparation of leaf, thorny edges and midleaf are removed. Then it becomes flexible, therefore easy to roll and soak in water. Fourth one. These leaves are slowly boiled with raw caffeine, milky juice of the papaya, unripe papaya pulp, and pineapple leaves in a copper caldera. Single is caldera and simmer 3 to 4 hours and we only wood fire. Fourth one. After that, the leaves are lifted out and unrolled and hung to dry for a day or two. Especially they are put to dew at night. Sixth one. In order to increase the smoothness of the surface of leaves, they are polished or a cylinder or areca wood. Seventh, when the leaves are ready for use, they are cut into various sizes for manuscripts from 9 to 32 inches in length, then punched with steel holes for binding. 8.1. A steel pen or stool pen is used for writing or scratching on the leaves. This pen is called panhinda in Sinhalese. This panhinda is made of gold, silver, or bronze. After scratching on leaf, a special pulp made with charcoal bark of gadumba in Sinhalese. Gadumba tree is applied on the surface of leaf so as to get the clear appearance of writing. It is called Kalumedime. Sinhala means Kalumedime in Sri Lanka. After this process, the same surface is polished with brand flour in order to get an extra shining. As a result of this polishing, readers can easily understand writing. How to record manuscripts is data. There are 3 writing styles used on olive leaf manuscripts. Traditional Hasti traditional and a large letter script, and Singa traditional, a rounded script, Hans traditional, and elegant small letter script. You can see there are pictures. pagination system. There are 16 numbers beginning k, ka, ki, ku, ku, klu, ke, kai, ko, kau, kam, ka. There are 16 letters. You can see after end of the calf, after again beginning deka, deka, deki, deki, deku, deku. After end of the day calf, now the beginning tika, tika, etc. Okay. Special features kundaliya. It may mark the end of a sentence. You can see there. It may mark before and after pay abbreviations. You can see combinations letters. You can see read Angiraso Kuramudam Uddachakukucham. Yes, Subuddhika Addayena Saddin. Traditional wooden covers, khamba, singular meaning is khamba. We said that with paintings and crafts. Inside the khamba and Aiva khamba, huya, thread and sakia. You can see there are 3 pictures with painting and crafts. Last end of the manuscripts, all manuscripts, end of the all manuscripts, they wrote by Siddhirastu, Subhamastu, or Kalyanamastu. Okay. All the best too. Hamdurne.
Sir, hari neda?
මේ තේරුණා දැන්න ප්‍රමාණවත් ඒගොල්ලන්ට පැහැදිලි කිරීමක් කරනවද හාමුදුරුවෝ?
Okay. The lecture is hello.
Dr. Disnaike sir, have you finished, sir?
Yes, the lecture is finished. If you have any questions to clarify, you can ask now.
Okay, okay. One of our audience wants to ask a question. Please ask Devesh Shahji. Please ask your question.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are much audible.
Okay. My question is that as we see in India, there is a manuscript mission and all the data of manuscript is collected, and there are some catalogs where we can find the manuscript. So is there any similar kind of catalog where we can look for the manuscript names and search for that?
Sir,
ඔව් හඳුනන.
මේ මොකක් හරි ඒ කියන්නේ ඉන්දියාවේ ලියලා තියෙන manuscript catalog එකක් තියෙනවලු. ලංකාවේ එහෙම මොකක් හරි තියෙනවද මේගොල්ලන්ට search කරලා log වෙන්න පුළුවන් එහෙම කියවන්න මොකක් හරි කියලා.
ලංකාවේ හාමුදුරනේ මේ පරණ මේ කැටලොග් එකක් තියෙනවා. මියුසියම් එකේ හාමුදුරනේ කැටලොග් එක තියෙනවා. ඒ මියුසියම්
ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේම නෑ ගිහිල්ලා තමයි බලන්න ඕනේ නේද?
ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ නෑ හාමුදුරනේ ලංකාවේ මියුසියම් එකේ තමයි ඒ කැටලොග් එක තියෙන්නේ.
හරි මං කියන්න දෙන්න
ආන්දර කියන්න හොඳින් කියන්න එතකොට නැත්නම් තේරෙන්නේ.
Yeah. Okay. He mentioned that there is a catalog in Sri Lanka, situated in Colombo National Museum. The museum. The problem is it is not allowed to log in to the internet. But if you want to, you can go to the library and you can read it and you can refer some book. And I think as in our university also there is a branch, but they have a scan and they maintain, but they haven't upload it into internet. I think there is okay, no?
Devesh, please unmute yourself.
Hello. Yes, yes. Okay. Thank you, sir. Because I wanted to know if we are going or planning to transliterate a particular text. So we need some kind of data where we can search and open access. Like right now we have done, people have done that, got some Devi Mahatmya from Nepal, where the German people have done very beautiful cataloging of manuscript and microfilming there in Nepal. So, is it available for us, or we have to do other arrangement for that also? So that was
Yeah,
in reference to.
I think you have to, yes, you have to arrange if you need any book. For example, as a group of us, if you need any book to transliterate to find some manuscript, we can help. But it is not open access to all. It is only to go and read it in the library. Most of the books, I think, even in the Sri Lankan temple also, they not allowed to scan like that to protect it. But as a project nowadays in our university, they are doing some project scanning and maintaining, but even it not allowed to access to others, only university
Okay.
purpose.
Okay. Thank you. So from this, I can draw some similar lines on the Jaina Jnana Bhandaras also, where open access is not given, and due to that, I particularly feel that because of it, most of the shastras from various religions are getting lost. So I just wanted to draw this line. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay. Any
Thank
more
you.
question?
Thank you so much, Venerable. Thank you, Deveshji. Yes, Bhanteji, we have another question from Ritu Parna ji. Ritu Parna, ma'am, please unmute yourself and ask your question, ma'am.
Namo Buddhaya, Bhanteji. Namo Buddhaya, Professor Dissanayaka. Actually, I have a question about the manuscripts. Like, my question is not located in the field of history. My question is more located in the field of the cultural clash that has happened during the time when the British had come over to India and had taken off a lot of manuscripts back to Britain. So when I look at the British Library, I see that they kind of, very proudly mention that more than 100,000 manuscripts from Hinduism and Buddhism are still housed in the British Museum. And whenever I want to access my cultural documents, I need to take permission and have to give out copyright, signature that I'm not going to go ahead and misuse that information. So my question lies in the periphery where two cultural, two knowledge system, the ancient knowledge system is clashing with the modern knowledge production system, So I wanted to kind of understand, what are there ancient manuscripts still housed in the libraries in Europe? And is there any work that's happening already to bring those back? Because my study kind of lies in the cultural studies location,
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sir,
හඳුනේ
අපි අර ලංකාවේ තියෙන මේ පුස්කොළ පොත් ගෙනිල්ල තියෙනනේ එංගලන්තෙට ඉංගලන්ඩ් වලට ගෙනිච්ච ඒවා නැවත ගේන්න මොකක් හරි වැඩපිළිවෙලක් අපේ තියෙනවා එහෙම කියලා දන්නවද මොකක් හරි?
පහුගිය කාලේ හාමුදුරනේ රජයේ කිව්ව මේ මැදිහත්වීමක් ඒ සම්බන්ධයෙන් කරනවා කියලා කියලා තියෙනවා. රජය ඒකට මැදිහත් වෙනවා කියලා ගෙන්නනවා කියලා. ඉතින් මේ හාමුදුරනේ ඒත් ඉතින් මේ තියෙන්නේම අපේ ත්‍රිපිටකය සම්බන්ධ අනම්මනම් ඒ ලංකාවේ තියෙන ඉතින් දැනට ලංකාවේ තියෙන පුස්කොළ පොත්ම තමයි එහෙට අරන් ගිහින් තියෙන්නේ ඉතින්. කියන්නේ තැන් තැන් වල තිබුණේ ඒ කාලේ.
ඕකේ. ඒ නිසා
ඉතින් ඒව රජයෙන් දැනට
අවශ්‍යම දෙයක් වුණත් විතරයි නේ ඒක තමයි.
අවශ්‍යම දෙයක් වුණොත් අපිට ගිහිල්ලා අරගෙන එන්න පුළුවන්. ඔව්. හාමුදුරුවෝ
Okay. Okay, he mentioned that there are thousands of books have brought to England them, and the thing is the government is discussing to brought them back, and as I know privately, if we want to take them, we have to pay so much money. The other point, yeah, the other point is the most of the books that they have brought to England, even the copy is available in Sri Lanka, because they have brought few books, few copy of book. Normally, for example, if he takes one Sattapakasani and that commentary, if he takes, there are more than 100 copies, palm leaves copies in Sri Lanka. Even they have brought 2-3 palm leaves copy. We are available in, have that copy in Sri Lanka, so no need to pay so much money regarding this to bring out them. So I think sometime we can find rare books, few rare books, then they have taken some scan copy, paid so much high cost of money, and they have taken. And personally also I think we can take, if we want any copy, and we can pay money, then keep. The main thing is there are even in Sri Lanka, every temple at least 2-3 palm leaves book is available, so no need to bring all the copy of them. Thank you. I think you got answer, no?
Right. Yeah. Actually, my purpose of my study is to deconstruct the collection, kind of like from all cultures, collect and then create a center, which is again like a ego center of culture, where everything I have the right to collect. As a British person, I have the right to collect from everyone. So I want to kind of deconstruct that, and instead of creating, I want to remove the center, in my studies, and then replace all the collection items back into their original place of, from where they originated. So that's something that I'm trying to work on. So I wanted to understand, but thank you so much for the clarification. Namo Buddhaya Bante.
Thank you so much, Bhante ji. Thank you, Rituparna ma'am. If anybody have any more question, please raise your hand and ask your question. Raise your hand and I will unmute you, please. Yes, Devesh, please ask your question.
Hello. Yes, I just wanted to add some comments to the previous question, actually. So the point is that when Bueller and all those people who collected the manuscript, they got it from the various bhandaras, where we can say mathas and Jaina bhandaras and Buddhist temples. So here the point is like they employed several lehiyas, lipikaras, to copy those manuscripts, and they took over England or Germany for the study. And now I am very glad to say that in a way that for the studies as it is concerned, there are many studies are going on in South Oriental SOS in SOS. For example, the study of Hatha Yoga, and where they have collected various manuscripts of Hatha Yoga in their collection and studied, in which they have found out that even though the Hatha Yoga we find it is associated purely with the Hinduism, the oldest manuscript belong to the Buddhist tradition uh, actually. So it is something which we can construct from the manuscriptological studies. And I want to ask a question to Sir, that a manuscript is like a bundle of information, many kind of information we can get. In Indian manuscripts, I have only reference to that, so I will keep my reference to that particular thing and ask for the Sri Lankan manuscript. Do we find this similarity? So we find title, part section, author or the scribe, and in colophon. So what kind of details we find in Sri Lankan manuscript colophons, or do we have that kind of colophons?
එනනේ වසන්ත සර් මේ
එහෙනම්
ලංකාවේ පොස්කොල පොත්තල එහෙම කැටගරි එකක් නෑ නේද නිකන් කතුවරයා එහෙම කවුද කියලා මොකුත් නැහැ නේද පොත පටන් ගන්න කලින් එහෙම
පටන්
මම
ගන්න
කැටගරි
කලින් නෑ හාමුදුරනේ බොහෝ පොත්වල බොහෝ ඒ කියන්නේ හැම එකකම නෙමෙයි ගොඩක් පොත්වල අවසානයේ කවුද ලිව්වේ කියලා තියෙනවා. හැබැයි සමහරක් ඒවා ලිව්ව එක නම් හොයාගන්න නෑ හාමුදුරනේ. ගොඩක් තැන්වල තියෙනවා. දැන් මම මේක පෙන්නවනේ මේ චුල්ලවග්ගපාලේ දැනට හම්බෙලා තියෙන අපිට පැරණිම පොත. පැරණිතම පොත. එතකොට ඒ පොත ලියලා තියෙන්නේ මේදංගර කියලා හාමුදුරු කෙනෙක්.
ඒ කියන්නේ එයා නෙවෙයි
ඒ
රචනා
කියන්නේ
කරලා තියෙන්නේ එයා තමයි කොපිරයිට් කරලා තියෙන්නේ නේද?
එයා තමයි මේක ලියලා තියෙන්නේ.
ලියලා හරි හරි.
ඔව්. 8වෙනි මේකේ ඒක තියෙන චුල්ලවග්ගපාලි part of විනය පිටක National Museum. ඒකේ අවසානයේ තියෙන කවුද මේක ලිව්වේ? මේදංකර තේරෝක බෙලිගල.
බෙලිගල. ඕකේ.
එයා තමයි ලියලා තියෙන්නේ මේක අපිට හම්බ වෙන්නේ හැම එකම හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ හම්බෙන්නේ.
Okay, Devesh, he mentioned that we can't find that order every book, but the some books we can see at the end of the book they have mentioned who copyright that. For example, when we refer the professor refers us that oldest manuscript in available in Sri Lanka, which located in 8th century, Chullavagapali. It has written by not the compose. It has copyright by Medankarathir. At the end of the book, he write I Medankarathir copyright this book, like that. He mentioned his only name. But even as my private experience, I tried to read some manuscript. Sometimes we can't find what is this book because they have not put the title. There are 2-3 books together. Sometimes then we have to read the book and understand some oldest book. My personal experience, sometimes when we read we can find another book like that. 2-3 books also together families as a bunch of the palm leaves. So we have in Sri Lankan manuscript we can't find title or the like that some content. Only they put Namo Tassa Bhagavatu like that and start the book. But finally they mention the name of the writer.
Okay. And do we find some other kind of material other than palm leaf, like a cloth
Yes,
or
some like brace like that, but not much. Only few. They
oh,
use only to put, uh, sometimes they have written Itipiso Bhagavaran like that, some stanza and put in the pagoda, Chaitya, Dagab, like
hmm.
that, and few books available, brace like that, other materials, but mostly we have used palm leaves.
Okay, Bhanteji.
Thank you so much, Venerable. Thank you, Devesh. I think there is no more question now. So now I would like to thank our resource person. Thank you, sir, Dr. Vasanta Disnaike ji, for your such informative presentation on Singla manuscript and manuscriptology. We are pleased enough to having you as a resource person in this 2 days workshop on Singla manuscript organized by Bhadantacharya Buddh Dutt Pali Promotion Foundation. And of course, we are also grateful to Venerable Murthuvela Bhanteji, without whose cooperation this workshop was not possible. Thank you so much, Bhanteji. Thank you. And now I would like to invite Dr. Praful Gadpal, the founding president of Bhadantacharya Buddh Dutt Pali Promotion Foundation, to deliver his thank note and closing comment. Dr. Praful Gadpal, sir. I think Dr. Garpal is not there. So I would like to invite Bhante Shubham चित्त जी, Bhante जी, आपसे निवेदन है कि आप आएँ और हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन और हमारे जो भी ऑडियंस जुड़े हुए थे हमारे साथ आज के वर्कशॉप में, उनके प्रति धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करें, मेत्ता प्रेषित करें अपना, और आज के वर्कशॉप का समापन करवाएं। भंते जी।
Andruni,
Bhante Shubham चित्त जी।
හෙට හැමදෙර මේගොල්ලොන්ට මේක තියෙනවද අපි? හෙට කියවනවද
You know, sir.
මේ හෙට කියවනවද?
Yes. Yes, I think you all have mentioned that this is a 2-day workshop. So tomorrow also the same time, not like today because of the technical issue, we hope to start the program on 8 o'clock. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes, Bhante ji. 8 o'clock tomorrow. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome.
Yes. So I think Shubham Chit Bhante ji is not joining with us, not connecting with us. There is might be some technical issues. तो भरत वानकर जी हैं हमारे साथ। भरत वानकर सर, आपसे निवेदन है कि सर आप आएं और धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करें हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन और जो हमारे ऑडियंस हैं उनके प्रति, और आज के वर्कशॉप का समापन करवाएं सर। डॉक्टर भरत वानकर सर। आई थिंक देयर इज सम टेक्निकल इश्यूज, कोई भी जुड़ नहीं पा रहा है। तो ठीक है, आज के वर्कशॉप का हम समापन करते हैं यहीं पे। कल फिर से इसी समय 8 बजे जुड़ेंगे। तो सभी को तब तक के लिए नमो बुद्धाय।